What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be saving my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Gigi.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi, yes. I was calling because I think you are incorrect
Okay. About what?
when you say that five, six, and sevens aren't able to get, or the majority of them aren't able to, get high earning men.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's incorrect, and the reason why I say that is because I have, and I'm not talking about a one off. I am around a lot of high earning men all the time. And but I will say that these are white men. I'm not
Ding
around.
ding
I
ding
don't
ding
know
ding
many.
ding 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 ding. Are you black?
But what?
Are you black?
Yes, I'm black.
Okay, so tell me the high earning black men that you are around who are married to five, sixes, and sevens, and they picked them after they were high earning men.
Yeah, I don't know many high earning black men. So
So you want to tell me I'm wrong, and then tell me you don't know many high earning black men?
also you just referring to black
Well,
men. The black.
but
I thought
hold
you were
on,
referring to
hold
all
on, hold
men.
on. But no matter how you slice it, though, we can go across the board. You're trying to tell because all my clients aren't black. Are you trying to tell me that they're high earning white men, $300,000 plus, pick five, sixes, and sevens after they become high earners?
Yeah, what I'm telling you is that, like, where I live, right, I live in a high earning state. Like, I live in New York, the New York City metro area,
Okay, well
right?
then let's adjust
And
it. Then we need to adjust it for New York. See, at $300,000, that's in Dallas, Houston, and Austin. New York is roughly 268% of the cost of living. So adjust that number. You're looking closer to 800,000 for New York. I lived in Manhattan for 4 years. What do you want to tell me about Manhattan?
okay, so well, come on, the majority of the people in New York don't make eight
I'm
hundred
not talking
thousand.
about the
Or
majority
anywhere
of people. I said the top 10%, top 5% men.
the top 10. But if you're referring to the top 10%, not even the top 10% is making eight hundred
Top
thousand
10%,
in New
top
York.
5% men. Ma'am. Okay,
Okay,
understand something.
okay, I'm gonna give you that.
Understand something. I lived in Manhattan
Okay.
for almost 5 years. I give the
Hmm.
numbers based upon the cost of living 100%. Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, Atlanta. If you watch my
Right.
show, I say you're going to have to add more if you're in LA, San Francisco, Boston, New York City.
Right.
So, I
Right.
mean, so
Okay.
I'm not incorrect. So, but tell me, but what you're telling me is $300,000 on a white guy
Hmm.
is roughly around 75. Well, it's not even 75. It's roughly about three, roughly $80,000 a year. If they are 80,000,
What I'm saying is that I, like, here in New York, right? I know a lot of people that make way more money than that, or are even billionaires, right? What I'm saying is that their wives are average looking. They're not overweight women.
when
I
did they
didn't say
get
that
their
they're not.
wives? Is a question.
I mean, in various points of their
No, no,
lives, some of
no,
them did
ma'am,
marry
ma'am, ma'am,
before.
ma'am. The average millionaire, billionaire marries their wife early on. They don't marry. They don't marry their wives, average wives, after they get rich. Look, Bill and Melinda Gates are perfect for that. Come on now.
No, the people that
Okay, I
some
don't care
people that
about
I'm
the
referring
people you're
to,
around, ma'am. I'm okay. Due respect, man.
they've
Due
already had
respect, man.
money.
Due
They've already
respect,
had.
ma'am. Due respect. Um, you may tell black women or tell women that five. Are you trying to tell women that the average five, six, or seven can get a higher earning man?
What I am. This is what I'm saying. I never really got to complete my complete thought. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that these women that they have married are average looking. They're facially, they're average. They're not
Who are you talking,
over.
ma'am? And this when I asked you a question. These women, and I had to clarify. See, a lot of women like you like to speak in generalities. I'm just being specific. I said, you said they're white men, not black men. I said, well, what
Mhm.
about black men? I don't know many black men. All right, let's speak about the white men, the women they marry. How old are you?
I'm over 35.
And the men you're talking about, are they in your age range?
No, a lot of them are not in my age
Are they
range.
younger or
No.
older?
They're older.
And have they been married for 5 years or less?
The majority of them have been married for 20 years or so.
So did you not hear when I said if you want to get one of these men, you got to get them where?
Yes, you're correct.
What did I say,
Kevin,
ma'am? What did I say?
You're correct. Some of them did get married early on when they were in their 20s, but a lot of them did get married after
So
30.
how?
That's what I'm telling you.
All right. You can go ahead and believe Gigi if you like to. She can't even make her own point. And my question is, are you? How old is your husband?
I'm not married.
What's your dog in this fight?
Kevin, I'm just giving you my observation
Okay,
on
you can
life.
give me your
I'm not
observation on life, but
telling
ma'am,
you.
I mean, okay, you're giving me your anecdotal opinion, and you can't even make it make sense. You came in and said I was wrong. Okay, ma'am, that's what you said. I think you're wrong. That's what you said.
Yeah.
Okay, when you say that, you need to come prepared to tell me what I was wrong about, and you can't even make that make sense.
Okay, I just what I was trying to explain to you was that many of these men, yes,
Many,
some of them got
many
married.
men. Okay, how about this? Many. Let's define many. What percentage of these men? What percentage of these high earning, high value men? What percentage married their wives later in life?
Okay, yeah, let's talk that. Okay, about 30% of them married their wives
30%.
after.
So 30%. 30%. I'll
Right.
give you 30%. Let's give you 30% marry their wives later in life. But then the majority of them marry them when?
Prior.
So you want to tell women to bank on the majority or or the minority? Which
It's
one would
not
you want to tell
my
women?
point,
No, if you
Kevin.
were going to go advise women, would you advise them towards what the majority of people do or the minority of people do? What would you do? If you're really trying to help them.
I would
If
invite.
you're really trying to help them.
I would advise them on what is being okay. If you want to say the majority, you can say that. But what
No,
I'm
I'm asking
saying
what
is
would you
that
say?
I
I'm
don't advise.
asking you what would you say? Forget what I would say. You said the majority of these men find their wives early in life. The minority find them later. If you were advising women, what would you advise them to do?
Oh, yeah, I would definitely tell them to find their husband early on in life. Yes. Yes, I would tell
So
them
how
that.
am I wrong?
No, I say you're wrong when you tell 5, 6, and 7s that they're not that they have to settle and they can't get
Ma'am,
high
okay,
earning men.
man,
That's
oh
what I say
no,
you're wrong.
no. See, again, this is another some of that don't hurt women's feelings, don't discourage them. All right, if you were running a matchmaking agency and a 5, 6, or 7 came through the door and she was 35, would you tell her she has a great chance at finding a man who's a high earner? Or would you tell her she has what kind of chance would you tell her she has? What percentage?
If I saw a woman, it depends on
Now,
everything about her, how
if
she
she was
presents
you,
herself. If she's well
if she
dressed,
was you,
if she was me, if she was me with my personality, I mean, she might not be able to attract one because my personality is not one of those
but
personalities
if
that's
you were
going to
going to
like
attract
wow
one, what
every
would you
single
need to
guy.
do?
She would need to be a little bit more agreeable, probably. A little bit
Uh-huh.
kinder,
Uh-huh.
softer.
So
That's what
do
she would
you
have to
think
do.
what you're telling people is do you think what you have for women is more helpful or what I have for them?
What I have for women is helpful.
I asked you a
Just
specific
because
question. Do you think what you have for women is more helpful or what I have for them?
I think what I have for women is more.
You think what you have for women is more helpful or what I have for them?
I just told you.
You honestly believe that? Again, ladies, this is who is again, ladies. These women are your enemy.
Gotcha, bitch.
These women are your enemy. They don't want a man to tell you the truth. They want you to continue to believe in sunshine and fairy tales. And when you nail her down to even her numbers, she will lie to you. She will lie. She just lied to you twice. The math is very simple. But yet, when given a choice to be honest and help her sister, her woman's sister, she's going to lie to you to be right. Avoid women like this too. Because she ain't even been, have you been married?
No, I haven't.
Not surprising. Again, no dog. Again, no dog in the fight, Gigi. No dog in the fight. You have no dog in the fight. You have no information that can help the women who want to marry these kind of men. You got.
Yes, my parents.
I don't give a shit about your opinion.
Yes,
your opinion.
My parents were married for
I don't care about your
51 years.
parents.
I am
I
very
said
well
you.
versed in that.
I said you. I said you.
Do you know why
I
haven't been
said
married?
you.
Do you know why?
I said you. Again, black woman's pathology, shame, insults, guilt, and the biggest one, say it with me now, the need to be right. This woman is going to argue for the next hour to try to be right. When even her own argument, she undercut it. Avoid these kinds of women too. Young sisters, young women. These women are not here to help you. She came up here and told me, I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong by telling the average 5, 6, or 7 woman that she cannot land a high value man because of the people I know in my area. I know lots of guys like this and like that. Oh, but there are white guys. Ask her about black guys. I don't know any black guys. All right. They're making $300,000 or more. Find out where you live. In New York. Oh, we need to adjust that up to be on the same level. Well, not a lot of people are doing that. No. We're going to stay right where it is. Top 5%, top 10%, top 10%, top 5% men. Where do they find their wives when they're average? Well, they do get them. When do they get them? How long they been married? 20, 30 years. So that means they got them early in life. Everything I said was right. But will this black woman say, you know what? I was wrong. I misunderstood. You're right, man. You're right on what you're saying and you're right by what you do. Nope. Gigi out in New York, who does nothing, does not do this for a living and has no dog in this fight, because I ask her, what does your husband think? She ain't married. And she knows why she ain't married, because of this shit right here. That's why I did this. This is what's in your ear all the time. This is why so many black women are jacked up, because of women like this in your ear all the time, telling you that these men don't know nothing. But I asked a very simple question. If there's a woman over there trying to have this outcome, is what you're telling her going to be more helpful, or what am I telling her going to be more helpful? She is willing to drive you in a ditch to be right. That's what this woman is willing to do. Willing to drive you into a ditch just in order to be right, to prove a point that she ain't even willing to bank on. Sorry. Got no time for that.
Absolutely cooked her. Absolutely hibachi style. This is insane. This woman comes in, no experience. Never been married before. See, at least Kevin can say he's been married twice. This woman hasn't even got there. Meanwhile, she's telling you that she has better advice for women. And then even going up against her own. See, this is why you have to make them go up against their own logic. And you have to break it down. Because once you break it down, they start to see the flaws in their argument. It makes them think at least 3 levels deeper. See, they're very surface level in the way they think. They think, all right, this man has been with her. I've seen it happen. That's it. No, you have to understand. This woman was probably with this man for over 15, 20 years. Grinded with him. At least stuck it out with him. And she gets to reap the benefits. you don't see that. You don't see that as the norm. But instead of just being able to see that and translate that in your mind, they just see it as something that's very surface level and say, well, it's possible. And if they were to give other women advice, they'll say it's possible. When most of these women are coming to the table not looking like anything a man desires, then two, she doesn't want him to be focusing and trying to figure it out. She wants him already there. And then they're typically bringing other men's children. And with the mashup that is, why would a man want that?
Hi, good evening, Mr. Samuels. My name is Olive.
Hi, Olive. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm doing good. I'm new to your channel, and I agree everything what you're saying. I am a baby mother. I am a Caribbean background, and I have education on my background, and I was raising both parents in the household.
How old are you?
The reason why I am 30.
And the reason why you had a child is what?
So we were engaged, and I was still at the time trying to complete my engineering.
Oh, you were in the chat room.
I sent my
You were in the chat room.
Yes, that's me.
Okay, man.
That is
okay,
correct.
you got. Hold on, listen. You're the one I spoke to and said you, for whatever reason, you decided to have a baby before you had the wedding. That's what happened.
No,
you had a baby before you had the marriage. And how old is the child?
Okay, I do take a condom.
How old is the child?
He's now 7.
Okay.
He's now
so
7.
You were 23, right?
Correct.
So you were not 14 or 15. You weren't a baby. You knew these things. Why didn't you wait till marriage?
Well, that was the intentional goal.
But no, ma'am, there's no intentional if you have an unprotected sex. You're an engineer, you know how this works.
I don't want to go personal.
Unless you're telling me, unless you're saying you were using contraceptives, you're on the pill and he was using the condom and both forms failed.
Right. The pills didn't work, but the condom didn't work. Okay. So I don't believe in abortion.
Okay, hold on. You were using condom and the pill.
No, I cannot use it because it didn't agree with me. The bleeding consistently didn't.
What do you mean, the condom or the birth control?
The birth control. So we used the condom.
Okay, so you could not use the Norplant, the patch. There are all kind of things. You don't have to just hold on, man. Listen, engineer. Listen, engineer. I know you practice your sob story, but let's talk tech. You build stuff in a way to where it can hold up to multiple failures. If your pregnancy routine was stress tested, it would have been a week. You had one form of protection. How effective are condoms? What percentage? In the 70s. In the 70s. So that means that there's a 1 out of 4 chance roughly for a condom to break. You weren't trying to you weren't doing everything you could do to avoid pregnancy. That's the net of it.
Okay.
And then you say you didn't believe in abortion. Okay. Why didn't you guys get married upon the finding out you were pregnant? Because he was your fiance, right?
He wanted. Yes.
Okay. Why didn't you guys go to the courthouse that day?
That's what we were supposed to do. And on the day of that, he just had a psychotic break. Because we both came from a broken home, and I was not trying to do that. So
let me get this right. How long were you guys together?
We were like almost 2 years.
So you were together 2 years. Everything's hunky freaking dory. Then the day you get pregnant.
Not always, no.
Oh no, but the way you told the story, everything was okay. The condom failed, and the day you were supposed to go to the courthouse, then all of a sudden he became Hannibal Lecter. He hulked out, and what happened?
You're fast forwarding, and I didn't say.
Well, I said, why didn't you guys? I said when you found out you were pregnant, why didn't you guys go to the courthouse and get married? And you said that's what we were supposed to do. Okay. So if you find out you're pregnant on a Tuesday, it don't take very long to get to the courthouse and file that. It don't take long.
I know that, but he didn't want to do that for whatever reason. He had his conceptions of why he didn't want to get married.
Okay, so
We
let me
both
stop you
came
right
from
there, ma'am. Let me stop you right there. But he was your fiance.
correct.
But he didn't want to get married after finding out his fiance was pregnant.
Yes, it was more to the
No,
story.
ma'am. I just need the. I get there's always more to the story. I just need the. I need the structure.
Right.
You're saying
He
that you
just
guys are
didn't
together
want to.
2 years.
He cracked.
Okay. Well, then why'd you have the man who's cracked baby?
I mean, a man, you can see a man, they can act all tough all they
I didn't
want, but
ask
when
you,
they
ma'am.
first
I'm
have a
asking
first child,
you a
you can
question,
tell who's a
ma'am. You
man.
were together for 2 years. You found out you got pregnant. He didn't want to go through with the marriage. That's red flag. Why didn't you terminate the pregnancy
Right.
or put the child up for adoption?
Because I grew up with the whole value, like I don't believe in divorce, and that
Right.
would
So
affect
I
me
get it, ma'am.
afterwards.
So here's the thing.
So,
I get it. And I'm not saying that's what you should have done, but here's the thing. You take everything that comes with that. Because that's the man you picked.
right.
This the man you picked. And here's the thing. Why would anybody want to why would a high value man want to deal with that? Why would a high value man want to insert himself in this situation?
Well, he doesn't want to be in the picture, and I don't come here looking for a man to fill up my pockets up of money or whatever. I'm coming here
Why would
bringing
okay,
value and
ma'am?
building.
Why would the father of the child, is he still alive?
Yes, he's still alive, and he
Why
refused
would
to
a
be around.
man want to marry a woman with a crazy baby daddy?
Okay, but he is don't want to be around.
Why would a man want
So
to? Why again? Ask yourself. Stop talking about why your story makes sense, and ask yourself, why would a man want to marry a woman with a crazy baby daddy who had a psychotic break and went violent? Why would he want to do that? Much less a high value man. That's what I'm talking about. High value men. Engineer. Why would anybody want to do that? See, what you're not trying to understand is your situation is dangerous. That's who you chose to reproduce with, man. Sorry, that's just the net of it. And it would be and the man would be a fool to walk around and build himself into something and then get with a woman who has a psychotic, crazy ex.
I don't think so, because
Okay, okay. So tell me about your fiance.
So he's not a matter at this moment.
He's what?
So I am building. He's not a matter, meaning
he's not a matter of what?
He's not a matter. I mean, he's not something that is going to be like want to come in and interfere with.
I don't understand what you're saying. Do you have a fiance right now?
No, I do not.
That's what I asked you. Do you have a boyfriend right now?
I'm dating, yes.
But you don't have a committed relationship. Exactly. See, I'm getting all the way to the end. I don't look here, ma'am. I'm asking you the simple thing of it. Single baby mamas can be side chicks. Baby mamas can.
I'm not a side chick.
Okay, whatever. Baby mama can be wives of what we're talking about, ma'am. That's the program. And you asked the question, is there any hope for you? And I told you not to. Let's go back to the question you asked. And I gave you the answer. You just don't like it.
No, I do, but I'm watching your channel and I'm hearing.
Okay.
And you're not saying about the women who are.
I'm not saying what about the women. I'm not saying about the what. I'm not saying about the women. Hold on, don't overtalk me.
The baby.
Hold on. Who you think you're talking to? What do you mean? You're trying to overtalk me because you screwed your shit up. I swear to God, these people. Super chat, Olivia, God's gift. I'm 30, single mom, one child. I work for a tech company, in college, completing an engineering degree, seeking to be married. Seeking to be married. Seeking to be married. My son's father, who I was engaged to, became violent and had to leave. What can you advise me on that? That's what I'm doing. This is the woman that's on the phone. And what she keeps trying to tell me is how her situation is just, it's just different. All right. You can be different all you want to. But like it or not, man, why would a man want to marry into this? See, that's what you mean. Ladies, you never think about this. It's all in what you want. And then when you get pressed, you start getting heated. So let's do it this way. If you can calm yourself down, I'll unmute you. Are you calm now?
Calm.
Okay, good. Hold on. First of all, don't talk to me, man. Please don't do that. That's always going to be a non-starter. You're 30, right?
Yes, I am.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'4".
Dress size?
I'm a 9.
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
145.
Okay. You want to be married. That's what your super chat said. How much? And you said you're an engineer. What kind of engineer?
Civil engineer.
Civil engineer.
But I'm going to school. And I'm in the entry position.
Okay. So when you become an engineer, you're going to be making high 5 figures, low 6 figures. Mm-hmm. What man who's making that, it's a high value man, why would he want to marry a woman with this going on?
Because he will see my character that then shows the tragedy I had in my past.
No, it's not, ma'am, because it's not in your past. It's not in your past. It's not in your past, ma'am, because your son's father is still alive. Are you saying when's the last time, does he see his child regularly?
No, he doesn't want to see him.
Okay. When was the last time he seen his son?
I brought him to the family to try to make him see his son.
When was the last time he saw his son? Okay, when's the last time he saw his son?
I would believe that was in February.
So, and what about the time before that?
No, he wasn't. He didn't see him.
Okay, so have you gotten your child, your son, any counseling or therapy for the impending daddy issues that are there?
Yes.
Okay. See, so I need you to understand something, ma'am. Your relationship past with your baby daddy is chaotic. Mm-hmm. Your child is in therapy. And there's no financial support for this kid. So that means a man is going to have to come in and pay his portion for his wife and this other child. Why? Listen, ma'am, you answer see, you don't want to hear it. Best of luck, ma'am.
I do.
No, you don't. No, you don't. Because you have fucked your situation up and now you're trying to fix it. And the reality of it is ugly. The situation is ugly. Are you gorgeous?
Yes, I am.
Really? Cam up.
No, I'm not camming.
Exactly. See, gorgeous women don't have these problems.
Oh, I do. I am gorgeous.
Yeah, of course you are. You're gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. And let me guess right. Let me guess right. You also got engaged this week, right? Too. You got engaged this week too, you fat bitch. See, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you made such a mistake of your life and you're going to take it off on me. Again, you can't make this up. Ma'am, you can take your little angry ass off to wherever you are and cry and lick your own tears. You screwed this situation up. No one wants to deal with this. Again, get mad. This is what you get. Shut the fuck up. I'm overweight and I'm gorgeous. The delusion is real. See, when you start talking about children, women like this get angry that they know they have put themselves in an untenable position. And it's supposed to be my problem, our fault. No, ma'am. You ask for advice and you don't want to hear it. So I knew, keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing, and eventually she's going to snap. And she did. Fuck you, shut the fuck up. Right. She mad. Again, ladies, understand something. Men with options don't see this woman. Who honestly thinks this woman is gorgeous? And here's the other side of it. Even if you were, it's still a mess. That boy is going to have issues. Why would somebody want to come in and underwrite this mess? Sons with father issues and having stepfathers come in. There's so many things wrong with this situation. And the fact that she's angry that somebody is pointing it out to her and not relenting. I'm not backing off and saying, well, yeah, okay. I'm saying, no, man. Nope. That's bad. Well, no, you're supposed to feel sorry for me. It's not about feeling sorry, man. It's about the reality is you want a man who's going to be in the top 10%, top 5% of men. And why would they want you? I swear to goodness. So understand something, ladies. When men are talking about what's going on in the dating scene and these unrealistic women, and y'all like, well, what about the men who did this? What about the men who did that? What do we got here? We had a woman on earlier who was with a dude for 4 years, had a baby inside the first year. And then when she found a man equally yoked, she wanted to play games with him. For the women who think I'm harsh, do any of the women that I've spoken to sound like they give a darn about these men? The first woman who came on talking about her boyfriend. The one talking about my mom was a single mother, then a baby mama, and then this. Talking about her boyfriend not even wearing a ring, and that's supposedly her fiance. Then the next woman. I just take the calls that call in. At some point, we got to start saying where, if we're going to have relationships or a community, how are men supposed? Here's the question for the women who think I'm harsh. How are the men supposed to pick from this? How are the men supposed to pick from this? They all know why they want a high value man, because they want a high value lifestyle. They just want his money. They want his money and his resources. And we're getting to the point to where now women just ask the question, that's what I want. Mm-hmm. Are you even qualified to do anything? Can you help him? Nope. I'm not an A+ wife. I'm a C student and I want to get into Harvard. Why? Because I want the shirt. I want the shirt and I want to go to the games and the association. But you didn't do the work yet, but I still want the shirt. Do you realize what a lot of women, maybe not you, but do you realize what so many women are telling men? Mary J. Blige said it. Take me as I am or have nothing at all. It's like men are saying, no, I don't want this. You've gone out and given your years, your youth, fertility, your womb to a dude that wasn't even your husband, and then you want me to come by and pay a premium for it? Really?
Man, shout out to Kevin. This episode was one of the episodes where we see the true character of a lot of these women that call into the show or have these type of discrepancies. This woman calls into the show clearly demanding more than she was accepting from the other guy. And now she has a child, she's older, has more trauma, and is now demanding more. She tells a story about how, this guy was good, but then he just randomly switched up on her. fellas and people in general that watch this channel, if either it be man, woman, alien, or whatever that watches this channel, understand this. When you tell a story, especially women, when you tell a story about how bad someone was treating you, or they were this way and then they turned around and now they're just a different way, people like me with a brain is going to start questioning that. Why did that happen? If he was so normal before and then eventually switched up, what made him switch up? If he had this track record of being this person, what turned him into this person? I never assume that it was random anymore. I don't assume people just wake up and they're a different person. That's not how it works. The continuous nagging, disrespect, emasculating that a lot of these women do tend to lead men down a path in which they crack. And then when they crack, they never go back to that person they were with you being in a relationship. Because see, I know a lot of situations and a lot of stories of women that are in relationships and the man wanted to get married when they started off in the relationship. And as they've gotten further down in a relationship, he no longer wants to get married. And they're confused as to why. We have to start being smarter, more practical, and be deductive problem solvers. If that man didn't want to marry you, after saying he wanted to be married before, then the problem is you. If that man was perfectly fine before, he had a child with you, that was your fiance, he was going to marry you, and he no longer wants to, and he had a psychotic break, that's because of you. But of course, the way people are going to tell these stories, they're going to make it seem like these people just switched up. But let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe if you guys haven't already. Turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.